Good evening, everyone. Thank you for gathering out here. I maybe you can't tell, but I can tell there's just a little bit coming out of the sky. And I'm a little worried about the part in my hair that I don't want it to get droopy and really look bad, because it's really hard to find those little teeny weeny curlers that I use. So, yeah, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Well, this is a next step, if you will, of what happened in April of this year. We've been in a campaign now for some time, but in April, we had everybody called it the gala. I called it the coming out party. Coming out party for our campaign. We were in the quiet phase, and in April, we kind of unveiled what we were doing, and our national chairperson, Lon Roberts, right over here, and Mary's here with him somewhere, right there. Thanks for coming tonight, Mary. Announced that our goal in this campaign was $30 million. Wow. Now, we were able to do that because of what has happened the last 2 decades here. And some of you have been involved that long. I know Jim Anderson's here somewhere, and I was hoping to see Dale Shue here, or Jim Shue, I'm sorry, Jim Shue. It was the work that you guys did over the course of really a couple of decades that positioned us to launch the first ever comprehensive campaign in the history of this university. And we've been around here like some 123 years. So this was a major, major step for us. Let me mention just some of the success we've had in the last 3.5 years. For example, we have established 32 new program accounts. These are accounts that are specific to particular programs in our academic departments that help those programs advance what they're doing to help students succeed. We have also endowed 5 faculty positions in the last 3.5 years. 5. That's amazing for any university, particularly one our size, a public comprehensive university. 5 endowed program faculty positions in the last 3.5 years. Who else has done that? And certainly we hadn't done that until our most recent history. And then there's the Century gift for sure. You know, we announced $4 million about a year ago this March. It was the largest gift that Century had ever given in their corporate history, and it was the largest gift we had ever received in our 123-year history. That's remarkable, remarkable. You know, as I think about all this, I was reminded of the pin oak that grew right over here, Fremont Street, on the southeast corner of what we now refer to as the University Center. That tree was 145 years old. It was here 20 years before Old Main was built. 20 years, more than 20 years before the university was founded. It looked over us. It shielded us. It inspired us. And when I think about that tree and its history, I'm reminded of the 57 new scholarships that have been established at this university in this campaign. Wow. Yes, yes. Yeah, I think that's worthy. You know, 48% of our students are first-generation college students, meaning they're the first in their families to go to college. They're from hardworking, down-to-earth families, mostly in Wisconsin. Families very much like what I grew up in as a child. And they come here with a work ethic you won't believe. And almost every one of them has some kind of part-time job. Some of them have 2 part-time jobs. And a few that I've met personally have 3 part-time jobs. Because they are determined to get through college. But it's those times when I have the privilege of standing beside a donor and a student and listening to their exchange. When that student says to the donor, you know, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be in school if it wasn't for your scholarship. I've seen more than one donor brought to tears in those interactions with our students. And really, that's what this is all about. So we invited you here tonight, both in person and by means of the internet, to be a part of this celebration, to be a part of who we are and what we do. Each and every one of you have contributed in so many ways. Just like Lon and Mary Roberts, you have made a difference in the life of a student or students at this university. I want to ask Lon and Mary to come up, if you will. They represent what all of you are doing. Our foundation board of directors, our alumni board of directors, and our community members. And when I say community, I mean from here to Canada to Florida to California. And I've been to all those places talking to alumni and donors and supporters of this university. So our thanks go out to each and every one of you tonight for what you do to support this university. And I'm going to ask Lon if you want to say amen or what you might want to add to this conversation.
Never ask a lawyer to say amen. Again, thank you all for coming and for your support of the Then, Now, and Forever campaign. We couldn't have done it without Bernie getting to this milestone, and I have his assurance that we're going to have his talents in this campaign right through to the finish, which makes me be able to tell you that this is part of the way, and we're going to be able to finish this all the way. We've got so many good people who have done so much already, and we have demonstrated that this is a kind of value proposition. This university, we all, I think, can say without reservation, has given us an opportunity to do so many things in our country and in our state. And in our family, we've not only benefited, I have, from an education in this university, but our family has certainly gone through this university and is on their way to making their own marks in society. And to have that duplicated for so many students through this effort that alumni and friends are contributing to, and Bernie is working every day to make successful, along with our advancement team, Chris and all of his staff who've done so much, and all of our alumni and friends who have made this event today possible and will make our $30 million goal possible. On behalf of the foundation, the executive committee, its board of directors, and all of those folks who labor every day to make this possible, we want to thank you and all of our friends and alumni for their support so far, and we look forward to another event like this where we can show that success really means we have done things, really good things, then, now, and forever. So thank you for coming tonight.
Thank you, Lon. And stay up here, guys. And Mary, come over here with us, because I have the distinct honor to announce tonight that in our $30 million campaign, we have reached the milestone of having raised already $20 million. Isn't that fantastic?
It is fantastic.
And in celebration of that milestone, we are going to light up Maine. And so I couldn't think of anybody better than a commissioner from the Public Service Commission to actually turn on the power to make this work. So how are we going to do this, Brandon? Jimmy Anderson, we may need some help up here.
Are we ready?
We're ready.
All right, there you go.
Oh, there they go. It's going to get a little darker. Trust me, the sun is going to completely go down. And in a few minutes, maybe as you leave here and you get in your cars, drive past Old Main out here on Main Street and have a look. Because I saw a photograph of where they tested this last night, and it was spectacular. So as it gets a little darker, just wait till you see how this is going to look. And it's going to glow purple all weekend. Is that right, Chris? All weekend. So drive by Old Main at least once this weekend and see what this looks like. The cupola is going to be alternating between purple and gold to signify this milestone of having raised $20 million. And I would be remiss if I did not recognize our development staff, because they have done an outstanding job. I work with them every day. I travel with them all over this country, and they are phenomenal in what they do. We've built a team here second to none, and it's starting to show. Absolutely. So let me conclude with just one thought. It's been happening on this campus, right here, on the ground we stand tonight. Right here in Stevens Point, at a bend in the Wisconsin River. Then, now, and forever, we are Point. Thank you all. Thank you. Let's celebrate.